So recently I've been trying to set up an interview with Cole, who runs the Snake Diet YouTube channel. He's very well known in the weight loss and intermittent fasting movement, you could say. And he's one of the people that just seems to get people amazing weight loss results time and time again with all different types of intermittent fasting, whether it's water fasting or dry fasting, intermittent or prolonged, with 1 meal a day and meat-based diets and so forth. And yeah, I'm trying to set up an interview with him, and we've been going back and forth, and it gave me an idea for a video, and it is this video that I'm making now. And I wanted to talk about why I, as a vegan, actually do not try and force veganism on everyone else and my views on veganism, and why over the years as a health coach and detoxification specialist, because if you didn't know that, I have been doing that for around 5 years and helping so many people heal from many different health issues and symptoms. And yeah, what I can say is pretty much all of the clients that I work with, I never get them to switch onto a vegan diet, which may not make sense to you because I've massively promoted veganism in many different videos, but I always share my own views to do with the environmental impact of a vegan diet, the health reasons and the ethical reasons. But what I want to say is, when I am working with clients, if they want to switch to a vegan diet, then yeah, I educate them on how to eat the most healthiest plant-based whole foods diet that they can actually thrive on, give them the right supplements, make sure they're getting everything they need as well. But what I would say is, the majority of the clients that I work with want to eat a meat-based diet. So I don't try and convince them all that they should be on a non-vegan diet, because most of the teachers that I learned from over the year, they get so many people to heal on all different types of meat diets. So the meat diets I've got clients to be on are meat diets such as the GAPS diet, the carnivore diet, the ketogenic diet, and the FODMAP diet. They are the main ones that I've used. And I've seen people get amazing healing results with these types of diets and other various things that teach them, so they can actually go in the direction of healing many different health issues and symptoms. Obviously each different person has different ones, but yeah, and I've got amazing results time and time again. Yeah, there's a lot of vegans that believe only a vegan diet's healing, yet that's misinformation. There's so many different types of diets that are healing, and what I've found time and time again is it necessarily isn't about the food choices you make as well. Because what I've learned over the years and seen with so many different people is any different diet out there can give you amazing weight loss results, sports performance benefits, healing benefits mentally and physically, holistically, when you combine it with intermittent fasting. And you could also be doing some prolonged fasting as well. We do multiple days fasting as well. But it doesn't matter. If you're eating the healthiest food possible, but eating so many times throughout the day and having such a long eating window, not fasting, that's just not the best at all, because it's stopping your body from inducing an effect known as autophagy, which is like self-cannibalism that eats up undigestible and unused proteins and cells that aren't functioning so well and creates new cells and various other things, which is one of the key things for optimizing health and longevity, as proven through so many different scientific studies. And yeah, when I'm working with people, they were like me when I started on my health journey back in 2013. They just care about their health as a number one priority, and we all should be our number one priority. So they don't necessarily think about the animals or the ethical side. And it's not something I'm going to teach my clients in coaching sessions, because I focus upon healing them, not being an environmentalist or one of these people that promotes the ethics around veganism. So yeah, if they naturally want to get on board with it, then I'm willing to share it with them. And yeah, it's like some people thrive on certain diets, certain people thrive on other diets. I thrive on a vegan diet. I feel really amazing. My digestion's optimal. I had ulcerative colitis on this diet, so did my dad as well, and all of my other health issues. So for me, it makes sense to be eating this way. And the reason why I gave up meat years ago is I did a 15-day juice feast, came back to meat, and didn't like the taste of it anymore, no matter how many times I tried it. So it made me naturally go in the direction of giving it up for that reason. And then over time I started to learn about the environmental impact of a vegan diet and the ethical side. So for me, it is just in alignment for me. But it's not a diet that everyone feels that they need to be doing. So as long as someone can feel good on a diet and optimize their health, then that is the main thing that I care about. And if I really wanted to eat meat, I'd eat meat. But for me, I just don't like the taste of it. I have no desire for it. I don't feel I need it. If for some reason I literally could not thrive on a vegan diet and resolve whatever issues I had coming up, if I had them coming up, and a meat-based diet would resolve it, then I would eat it. But to be honest, I'm not in that situation. I've known to friends to be in that situation, and then they've made a switch. Like one of my friends, oh my God, in the past, he was like feeling quite good on a vegan diet, but then he wanted to start experimenting with meat and switched to a raw carnivore diet. And the transformation, man, he went from quite skinny, weak and frail looking to really, really big and muscular and doing the same type of training that he was doing before. And he's thriving. His digestion's optimal, his mood is really good, his hormones are optimal. So yeah, as long as it's working for him, then I'm happy with that. And I'm telling you, I've had him around me before, drinking like pig's blood, eating raw meat in front of me, raw eggs. Doesn't faze me whatsoever. It's not something that I would find appealing. It would disgust me if I was eating that, because I'm just not drawn to that. It's just not appealing to me whatsoever. But yeah, he enjoys it, it works for him, and that is absolutely fine with me. Yeah, and I'm just a person that just keeps my mind completely open, and I don't force my views and opinions on other people. What I learned over the years, when I start to learn a wealth of different information that could help so many people in many different areas of life and with their health and other various things, is I got so passionate, excited. I'm still like that now, but I would share it with everyone. And I just found the majority of people I went to share it with were not receptive. So then they would get like in this defensive mode, where they'd get a bit passive aggressive and annoyed with me, and they would just shut down and not be receptive to listening to me whatsoever. So from that happening early on in this journey, I learned that what I needed to do was just being a living example of practicing what I preach and showing that I'm thriving and have an amazing physique and be radiating health and vitality. And by doing that, then the right people will come to you at the right time. So then they are completely ready to receive what you could share with them that you think would help with them in their own personal health journey and optimizing their strength and their physique and so on. So since I've been doing that for years, it's like I never actually meet anyone that I share information with where they just get all defensive whatsoever, because I followed that rule from my own personal experience of it just not working out in the past. So now there's a lot of vegans that just get very angry and militant and try and force that things down people's throats. And if someone did that to me, I'd be like, get away from me, leave me alone. Like, who do you think you are? You think you're better than me or anything like that? So yeah, I'm just, you could say, in many ways, just being someone that is keeping my mind open to everything and attached to nothing. And some people could say I'm playing devil's advocate as well. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But yeah, it's just like, don't keep your mind closed off. Just because something's working for you and it feels right for you doesn't necessarily mean that it's for someone else. And yeah, if you're someone, which is quite a few people, that don't want to take any supplements whatsoever, then eating certain animal-based foods may be the best way for you to go, because certain nutrients are very difficult to get within a vegan diet, such as zinc is a very, very big issue. So I actually take a multi-nutrient supplement that has zinc in, because I did run into a zinc deficiency, which I think that I definitely had prior to even going on a vegan diet as well. And so many different other nutrients as well, which can be found in way, way higher amounts and are easier to get within the diet when eating certain animal-based foods in comparison to certain plant-based foods. I'm not saying that, no, you can't get all the nutrients that you need on a vegan diet, because you can, but if you're someone that's got digestive issues and assimilation issues, and you're not got the best gut microbiome and best digestion, and you're not eating all the right foods to get all of the nutrients, and if you're someone that is training a lot like myself, you do detoxification and you're sweating a lot and doing saunas, then it's easier to run into nutrient deficiencies. And what I say is, it's not just an issue on a vegan diet. I've seen so many people on so many different diets that I've coached, meat-based and not, that have got nutrient deficiencies. So I'm not going to blame a vegan diet for that at all. What I found is all diets seem to have some nutritional flaws, but you can resolve them by adding in other certain foods or supplements. But yeah, there's quite a few things in meat and other animal-based foods that are not found within vegan foods, such as creatine, even though your body produces enough creatine on its own. But if you want to maximize like your body mass, then taking creatine works really, really well. I took it for 30 days early on in my journey. It made me gain so much weight. If you haven't seen that video where I showed that 30-day transformation, I put a link for it up above. But things like vitamins and minerals and essential fatty acids, you can get enough as long as you're eating enough of the right foods. And yes, you may need to take supplements, but if you don't want to and you want to get more of the nutrients that are not so high in plant-based foods, then it may be better for you to eat a non-vegan diet with meat and other animal-based foods in. And one last thing I want to mention is when I get people to be on meat-based diets, I make sure that the meat and other animal-based foods are coming from a source where the animals are not vaccinated, they're not fed GMO food, they're grass-fed or pasture-raised, they're not given antibiotics or pharmaceutical hormones and other pharmaceuticals. Which, when you tell a lot of people like that type of, well, those specific guidelines they need to follow when buying animal-based foods, it can be really hard for people to find them. You can't find them everywhere. And if you can, they are going to cost way more than factory farmed meat and eggs and dairy and all these other animal-based foods. But if I was going to eat those foods, I would be following that specific criteria that I mentioned as well. Because a lot of the issues with meat come because of people consuming factory farmed meat and other animal-based products that have loads of antibiotics in and pharmaceuticals and other various things that just wreak havoc on your health. And when they're not grass-fed or pasture-raised, the meat pretty much has no omega-3 and loads of omega-6, which causes so much inflammation within the body. But scientific research shows when they're grass-fed or pasture-raised, they have a high amount of omega-3. So the omega-3 to 6 ratios balance. So then you won't necessarily get chronic inflammation from the meat and other animal-based foods that you're eating. And yeah, one last thing that I thought I'd mention as well is there's a lot of people that say meat is so bad. Yes, processed meats are absolutely garbage for you. They are very well-known carcinogens by the FDA, which means they contain cancer-causing substances. But yeah, pretty much all the meat that most people are consuming is factory farmed and is full of so much garbage. So you cannot compare that to, say, like if you was getting wild meat and you was in a tribe, in an indigenous tribe, and going out and getting wild animals in their natural environment, that's way different than getting it from huge companies that just breed animals in a way to maximize their growth so they can maximize their profits, and that are just like the unhealthiest sources of meat. So most people, the way they are eating meat from these companies is far from what they would have done in their natural environment before this Western world appeared, with big buildings and corporate companies and all this pollution and so forth. So that is just something to be aware of and maybe think about. Because yeah, if you're eating McDonald's and KFC and all these other things on a regular basis, man, that is definitely not good for you. But if you're eating some wild game here and there, or if you're eating it every day, it could give you some amazing health benefits, optimize your sports performance and your physique as well. So yeah, that's my own thoughts on this. Leave your thoughts down below. I might get some hate on this video, but oh well, I don't care. If you like the video, like it down below. Don't forget to share this with others, and don't forget to click that subscribe button to receive a lot more videos from me on a regular basis, where I'm talking about intermittent fasting, dry fasting, weight loss, calisthenics workout videos, what I eat, what I do in a day videos, inspirational and motivational videos as well. So if you like the sound of those videos and you like to be notified when they're uploaded, make sure you click the subscribe button down below and you click the bell notification button next to the subscribe button. Otherwise YouTube will not notify you when new videos are uploaded, and I have new ones coming almost every single day. So as always, stay fit, stay energetic, and go get those gains. Peace.